Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review episode 11 of Danganronpa 3 Despair Arc, the final episode in this arc. That final scene was my favorite part out of this entire episode, that final scene with Chiaki and Hajime. I'm just like, yes. Why are we not getting an anime on the second game? I would still love to see that animated, but they're probably not going to do that at all, but alright, Despair Arc. So, for people who have not watched it, go watch it. If you're watching this review, if you want to know if you should watch this, yeah, go watch it. Go watch Despair Arc and heck, Future Arc. But anyway, for like Danganronpa fans who didn't watch this, I'd be really surprised because, I mean, yeah, but anyway, so, this final episode, it started off so, like, weird. I was like they're acting normal. Like Chisa in the class they're acting very normal, and I'm just like, this is really weird. But meanwhile, the school is, being destroyed by, all the students and stuff. They've all been brainwashed by Junko, and all that stuff's going down. But Chisa starts like reading off this memo pad or whatever, like saying, oh, it's basically kind of like their graduation ceremony, I guess, in a way you kind of call it that, but not really. But anyway, after she reads off, these like, I guess kind of hopeful words to them, they all go into their despair mode. I'm like, oh, okay, because they were acting completely normal, and I'm like, why are you acting so normal? I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that was really weird. I was like, are they fine? Are they all okay? Oh, they're not okay. Okay. I didn't think they'd be okay, but oh man. And so they all killed themselves, quote unquote. So everyone thinks that the 77th class is dead. So that's something interesting. I didn't think that. I was like, oh, that's weird. Except for Chisa, obviously, because, Kyosuke came in and, she started to fake cry, oh, they're all dead and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. So the only class that's technically left alive is the 78th class, which is Makoto's class. And it was so weird to see Makoto and everybody else. I was just like, they're all alive. And they're like boarding up or iron plating the windows and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that they said they did that. Yeah, that was interesting. That was something. But yeah, oh man, just this final episode was so good. Like, I honestly enjoyed the Future Arc more, but this final episode of Despair Arc was so good. I was just like, yes, like it's really that final scene that got me, where Hajime and Chiaki and Nagito was there too. But anyway, it was just such a good final scene. Like, oh my gosh, I loved that part. But, see, here's the thing about Despair Arc, though. We already know what's gonna happen, pretty much, because, like, there's some information that we get, maybe just a little bit, that we didn't know about, but it's pretty much, information that we already know, but, animating it and telling a little bit more to it. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so, I mean, I still really enjoyed this Despair Arc. Like, it had so many great moments, and there wasn't an episode that I ever didn't like, I don't think. If I recall, there wasn't an episode I didn't like. There's always a reason to like an episode, and just Junko, like, holding the bear and talking, like, I don't know if I want to use that as my thumbnail, or the final scene, or when Chisa hugs Kyosuke. This is what's weird about I still question, like Chisa, like, it's weird to me because, I mean, how can she, like, act despairful at one moment, but then she seems completely fine the next? That's a little weird to me, but whatever. Also, the students that killed themselves, I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, that brainwashing thing, I just wanted to mention something. So, in the games, we play the Monokuma theaters, or, no, we don't really play them, but we see them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the way... I think we've come full circle here, because I feel like those Monokuma theaters, like, those aren't just for the audience of the game, but those are also for the characters in the game. And I feel like, when they're, like, maybe, let's say a character wakes up and they do see the Monokuma theater, or, whatever, and that inches them closer to despair, I feel like. I saw somebody on Tumblr mention that, so I just wanted to mention that here, and I thought that was a really good kind of theory in a way, because I don't know. Like, when I think about it, like, the Monokuma theaters from the first game. Now, the second game, those Monokuma theaters, those are weird and very, very cryptic. So I wouldn't say those, are a brainwashing technique. But the first game and those first Monokuma theaters, yeah, I feel like maybe those played during the nighttime. And maybe that's what, maybe got some characters to, do what they did. Maybe just helped a little bit. Maybe it's that little push that they might have needed, or it helped them along and, drove them to murder. So I thought that was something interesting that I read on Tumblr. I was like, like I said, I feel like we've come full circle with that. Yeah, so bravo, Kodaka, for bringing us full circle. But yeah, I just really, the final episode of Despair, it's just that one scene, like, I can't get over that scene, guys. I just can't. That scene was so great. Like, seeing them animated in their, like, island outfits, I guess you could call them, like Chiaki, and of course we didn't get to see Nagito's face. That was kind of disappointing. I was like, ah, dang it. I wanted Danganronpa 2 anime, like the game, like, so bad. I want that so badly. I want to see so many things animated, but we're probably never going to get that, and this is what we have, is the Despair arc. So yeah, really not much else to say about the Despair arc as in terms of this episode, and as a whole it was very, very good. Always, had good animation, good music. Always the music for Danganronpa was very good. Characters, again, always great, and the addition of new characters like Chisa and Kyosuke and all of that, again, always great. I don't really have any problems with the Despair arc at all. Like, I'm giving it a 10. Look, I'm giving it a 10 because I have no problems with it at all. But here's something interesting. So, at the end of the episode, we see, continues on to the Hope arc, I believe is what it said, or something like that. It continues on to Hope, I think it said. So, that means that we learned that, I read today, before I watched the episode, that we are getting, next Thursday, we are getting a final episode, which is called the Hope arc. So, this is what I think is going to happen. Next Future Arc episode is going to be the final one. I believe, if I'm correct in my assumptions. Yes, it is. It's going to be the final episode. And it's going to end, I don't know exactly how it's going to end, but it's going to allude to, or it's going to show maybe the mastermind. And then, I don't know, because it's going to show them, this is how I think it's going to show the mastermind. But then it's going to be towards the very end of the episode. And then the Danganronpa 2 characters are going to show up on that island. And then we're going to have a final showdown with the Danganronpa 1 characters, Danganronpa 2 characters, defeating the final mastermind for this particular series. That's how I think it's going to go down. And I think having Makoto and Hajime working together, and just all those characters working together to defeat the final mastermind would be amazing. Now, who the final mastermind is going to be, I have no idea. And if it's Junko, if it is freaking Junko, I am going to just be like, nope, I'm done. Goodbye. No. But yeah, so I don't know who's going to be. It's going to be really interesting to see when they I don't know. I think it's, I'm ready for the conclusion of this series and see how it's going to end, so that when we get our new Danganronpa game, Danganronpa V3, we're going to have entirely new characters and all that stuff, and it's not going to relate to Danganronpa 1 or 2 in any way from what I've heard, so that'll be something interesting. And yeah, so that's really all I got to say. So yeah, what did you guys think of this final episode of the Despair arc? What do you think's going to happen next in the Future arc? And what do you hope to see in the Hope arc? So yeah, I will see you guys in my reviews for... So I see you guys tomorrow when I review the next episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamonds Unbreakable, JoJo Part 4 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in that review then. Bye!